Welcome to the Hands to Heart Center weekly mindful moment. My name is Jessi Rosinski, and I'm a volunteer with Hands to Heart Center, which is Boston's nonprofit service organization that brings practices like mindfulness and yoga to communities to share the healing benefits. And so, as we get started in this week's mindful moment, you can go ahead and find a posture that will support you for the next several moments. And just listen to what your body's calling for. What are you craving that would be most comfortable and supportive? A way that you could place yourself so that you feel alert, you can engage with a long spine, but also feel a lot of ease in your body. And so you'll find that posture. And start by taking a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. And I wanted to start with a quote by Pema Chodron. She says, "It's helpful to realize that this very body we have, that's sitting right here, right now, with its aches and its pleasures, is exactly what we need to be fully human, fully awake, and fully alive." And I love that because it's so affirming in that the way we are now, whether we feel pleasant, unpleasant, or likely a mixture of those things, is exactly the way we need to be. And that we could just rest in that. So as we ground ourselves here, you can feel your feet on the ground. Know that they're connected to the earth, which spreads out in all directions. Outwards in front of you, behind you, to the sides. You're connected to this great planet. And above you, the sky also spreading outwards, outwards, outwards in all the directions from you. So your fully alive body is between the ground and between the sky. Is there anything you can do to bring yourself a little bit more ease? Anywhere where an obvious tension could be loosened, or perhaps a slight shift would just help you feel a little bit more soft, relaxed. Can the belly be easy? Can there be space between the upper and lower teeth so that the jaw is not clenched? Maybe you can bring your shoulder blades slightly closer together to open up the chest, which can increase the amount of air you're able to take in and out. And you'll just notice the breath coming in and out of the body. Your body is always trying to keep you alive. It's on your side and knows how to breathe naturally. So there's nothing you need to do right now. Just check in with how the breath is. Is it coming through your nose or mouth? Where do you feel it most? In the nostrils, in the throat, in the belly, somewhere else? Taking these moments to observe just heightens your awareness of what's going on for you. And we'll spend a few moments resourcing ourselves by placing our hands on the body. So of course this is optional, and I'll share a few options for the way you can place your hands on you. And so the reason to do this would be that it's soothing and relaxing. It communicates to the nervous system that we're in a moment of safety and our bodies can ease up. And so one thing that you could do is you could bring the hands to the chest or heart area, either next to each other or palms down, one on top of the other. And if you choose this location, you'll likely feel your heart beating at points. You could keep one hand in the heart area and bring one down to the belly. Could bring them both to the belly, palms face down. You might take the hands and cup them behind the neck at the area where the skull and neck meet. And just almost rest your head back a little bit. The weight of the head can be caught in the hands. You can feel the hands on the back of the neck. Sort of gently sending some support and some kindness to the brainstem. Some people like to keep one hand behind their head and bring one onto the forehead. Again, to create just some extra stability and support in the head. You could also take your hands and palms face down, put them behind your lowest ribs. So I think I can turn and show you without losing my headphones. You can see that my fingertips are pointed slightly downward. My palms are down if that works for your shoulders. And so this is the area where you're feeling some low ribs. You're also near your kidneys and adrenals. And so any of these areas or another one that calls to you is available for you. So you can rest your hands if that feels right. And we'll do a few awareness practices to notice what we feel. So first, just knowing that placing the hands on the body is healing. It is softening and relaxing. And so just know, regardless of what you feel, that you're offering yourself some support here, some resourcing. You might start by noticing how your hands feel. Are they warm or cool, moist or dry? How does the temperature of the air feel on the hands? And then if the hands are touching the body, are they touching skin or a piece of clothing? And what are the sensations you can detect from that contact? And then notice the point in your body that the hands are touching. And how does that feel? So for me, noticing how my chest feels with the weight and touch of the hands. And we'll stay here as you start to deepen and slow the breath. Breathe in and out through the nostrils. Deep breaths in, fill the belly, flare the ribs, lift the chest. And as the air exits the body, on your exhale, everything relaxes, softens, and all the air releases. Each breath slightly deeper, slightly slower than the one that came before it. And you're just hanging out here, noticing how the hands feel on the body. Noticing how the breath feels in the body. Fully alive with all its pleasures and its aches. You might want to leave your hands exactly where they are if that's feeling good to you. You could also choose another point to move the hands, or you could just release them down to the sides of your body or your lap. So if you're moving your hands away, notice what it's like as you move them. How do the hands feel? What is the imprint that they've left on the point of the body in which they've moved from? And if the long, deep breaths feel supportive, continue those, or go ahead and release the breath, and your body will naturally go back to breathing. Breathing on its own cycles of breath. You don't need to do anything about it. We'll spend a few moments in stillness and silence, resting here and just noticing what your experience is. Notice that you feel your feet on the ground, connected to the earth that extends outwards in all directions. Notice the feelings in your hands, regardless of where they are on the body. And you'll notice the breath coming in and out. If there's anything that you can offer yourself to be even more comfortable, more at ease, please do that. A shift in posture, perhaps a deep breath with a sigh out. A reminder to bring the shoulder blades slightly closer together to broaden the chest, or to release the jaw, or give the belly permission to be soft and loose. And as you rest here, I have a poem that I'd like to share. It's called The Facts of Life. That you were born and you will die. That you will sometimes love enough and sometimes not. That you will lie, if only to yourself. That you will get tired. That you will learn most from the situations you did not choose. That there will be some things that move you more than you can say. That you will live, that you must be loved. That you will avoid questions most urgently in need of your attention. That you began as the fusion of a sperm and an egg, of two people who once were strangers and may well still be. That life isn't fair, that life is sometimes good and sometimes better than good. That life is often not so good. That life is real, and if you can survive it, well, survive it well, with love and art and meaning given where meaning's scarce. That you will learn to live with regret, that you will learn to live with respect. That the structures that constrict you may not be permanently constricting. That you will probably be okay. That you must accept change before you die, but you will die anyways. So you might as well live, and you might as well love. You might as well love. You might as well love. As the sound of the bell fades, you may want to take a deep breath or stretch to help you transition back. Slowly open the eyes if they were closed. And take your time moving back into the activities of your day. Thank you for spending some time with me at Hands to Heart Center.